Good morning students. Today we will solve questions in regard with chapter 6 force and pressure. But before moving further, let me tell you what are the contents we have covered so far in this chapter. That are force, effects of force, contact and non-contact forces, action of two or more forces on an object, pressure, liquid pressure and atmospheric pressure. In the topic atmospheric pressure, I want to tell you one more important thing, that there is an instrument called barometer by which we can measure air pressure or atmospheric pressure. Now, open page number 102 of your textbook. Then there is a checkpoint 3. Answer the following questions. Write the formula for calculating pressure. As I told you, pressure is equal to force upon area. So, formula of pressure is force upon area, P is equal to F upon A. B. Define atmospheric pressure. It is the pressure exerted by atmosphere or air on the surface, or it can be specifically defined as the force exerted by air on the unit area of the surface. C part. Mention any two properties of liquid pressure. First property, a liquid can apply pressure not only in downward direction but also sideways. Second, liquid pressure increases with increase in depth and decreases with decrease in depth. Now, I think and reflect. This exercise we are going to solve of page number 103. Mayank is trying to push a heavy box kept on a floor. What are the different kinds of forces that must be acted on the box in this situation? See, Mayank is trying to push a heavy box or carton on the floor. So firstly, he is applying muscular force on that carton or box to make it move on the floor. Then that carton or box is in direct contact with the floor. So there is an opposing force called frictional force acted between the two, or we can say that floor exerts a frictional force on the carton or box in order to oppose its motion. Thirdly, there is a gravitational force acting on the box or carton in the downward direction by earth as its weight. Now, second question. Why do school bags and backpacks have broad shoulder straps? Why is it advised to carry school bags on both shoulders instead of one shoulder? School bags and backpacks should have broad shoulder straps so that area of contact on shoulder increases. This will reduce the pressure on the shoulder. How's that? See, school bags and backpacks have their weights. As per their weights, they apply force on the area of the shoulder. If they have broad shoulder straps, then they apply force on broad wide area of the shoulder. So force is exerted on more area. So area is more, pressure is less. So this results in less pressure. So we will feel ease in holding these kind of bags. Now, why is it advised to carry school bags on both shoulders instead of one shoulder? If we hold our school bags on both shoulders, then force exerted by school bags is applied on more area of both shoulders. So it will reduce pressure on our shoulders and we will hold our bags easily, comfortably. Third question. Why does the thickness of the wall of a dam gradually increase with the depth of water? See, as I told you that liquid pressure increases with increase in depth. So, when depth increases, pressure exerted by liquid or water also increases. So, to withstand this high water pressure or liquid pressure at high depth, dams are made with thick walls at the bottom. Why do people sometimes have a bleeding nose while traveling on an aeroplane? Because when passengers are flying in aeroplane, when they are sitting in aeroplane at great high altitudes, that at high altitudes density of air decreases, amount of air decreases, so air pressure decreases. So outside air pressure decreases and inside pressure exerted by blood increases. As a result, bleeding occurs. Now, so these are the questions of our textbook. Now I am going to solve questions of our workbook. State the effect of force depicted in each of the following pictures. There are few pictures given on this page. First of all, I will portray the picture. What picture is saying? In first picture, a man is pushing a car. So, force can, there is a blank, you have to fill that blank. Force can move an object at rest because that man is pushing a car. So, it's obvious that he is applying force on the car to change it from rest to motion, to change its state from rest to motion. So here force can move an object at rest. So this is the effect of force here. In another picture, two boys are playing with football. One of the boys is kicking a football. Here force applied by that boy while kicking can change the speed of the football. So here what is the effect of force? Force can change the speed of an object. In another picture, a batsman is hitting a ball. In this way, he is applying force to change the direction of ball. So what is the effect of force here? Force can change the direction of an object. In fourth picture, a man is crushing a tin can. Here he is applying force in order to change the shape of that tin can. So what is the effect of force here? Force can change the shape of an object. So these are the various effects of force produced in given situations. Now fill in the blanks. When a pair of balanced forces acts on a body, the blank force acting on it becomes zero. Net resultant. So the full statement is when a pair of balanced forces acts on a body, the net or resultant force acting on it becomes zero. 2. A force is a blank or a blank. Force is a push or a pull. Third, pressure is the force exerted per unit area. So pressure is the force exerted per unit area. Fourth, blank forces always needed direct physical contact between bodies. Contact forces always needed direct physical contact between bodies. Fifth, blank force is a non-contact force that depends on the masses of two bodies between which it exists and on the distance between them. Gravitational force is a non-contact force that depends on the masses of the two bodies between which it exists and on the distance between them. Sixth, the pressure exerted by the atmosphere on all of us is called atmospheric pressure. Seventh, each proton present in an atom possesses 1 unit of positive charge. Look, protons, electrons, neutrons, these are the particles, or we can say subatomic particles present in an atom that we will study in next chapter. So for your knowledge, I am going to tell you each proton present in an atom possesses 1 unit of positive charge. 8. A blank is a device to use to measure atmospheric pressure. Barometer, just now I told you. A barometer is a device used to measure atmospheric pressure. 9. The pressure exerted by liquids is measured using a U-tube manometer. 10. the north pole of a magnet will attract the blank pole of another magnet, south pole. So the north pole of a magnet will attract the south pole of another magnet. Now state true or false. Frictional force acts between any two bodies kept at a distance from each other. False. Electrostatic force is a non-contact force. True. Pressure increases with an increase in the area of contact between surfaces. False. An ox pulls a bullock cart using muscular force. True. A body on which balanced forces are acting will not move at all. True. Magnets sometimes repel and sometimes attract magnetic materials. True. The liquid pressure drops as we go deeper inside a liquid. False. The weight of a person on the moon would be greater than his or her weight on earth. False. Atmospheric pressure decreases as we go up in height. True. Force can change the direction of motion or the shape of an object. True. Choose the correct answer. Which of these forces mandatorily requires a physical contact between two bodies? Magnetic force, muscular force, electrostatic force, gravitational force. Muscular force. The standard unit of measuring pressure is Newton per meter square, Pascal, Pa, kilogram force, kgf, Newton per kilogram force. The standard unit or SI unit of measuring pressure is Pa Pascal. 3. Which sentence is true for frictional force? A. Frictional force brings a ball down when we throw it up in air. Frictional force helps to change the direction of moving objects. Frictional force always opposes motion. Frictional force is sometimes attractive and sometimes repulsive. Obviously, it is C. Frictional force always opposes motion. 4. Which of these components of an atom has a negative charge? Nucleus, neutron, proton, electron. It's electron that we will study in chapter 7 in detail. C. Look at the containers shown below. Water is poured in each of these containers. Complete the diagrams by drawing jets of water coming out of the holes to show how liquid pressure varies with height. First of all, I am drawing jets of water coming out of these three holes in first beaker. All the jets of water coming out of these three holes will be same because these three holes are at the same depth, and we know that liquid pressure or water pressure at a given or same depth is same. So all the three holes will have same liquid or water pressure. That is why jets of water which will be coming out of these three holes will cover equal distance from the beaker, will be same because of same liquid pressure or water pressure at the same depth. Now in second beaker, the three jets of water coming out of these three holes will be different. This hole is at the lowest depth, so the jet of water which is coming out of this hole covers least distance from the beaker. Then this hole, second hole, is at greater depth, so jet of water coming out of this hole covers more distance from the beaker. And third hole is at the greatest depth, so jet of water coming out of this hole covers largest distance. So this shows that as depth increases, liquid pressure, water pressure increases, which is one of the properties of liquid pressure. That is why the jet of water coming out of the lowest hole, which is at the greatest depth, covers highest distance and shows that here liquid pressure or water pressure is highest with greatest depth, and jet of water coming out of the first hole, which is at the lowest depth, covers lowest distance from the beaker, shows liquid pressure or water pressure is lowest or least at lowest depth. So liquid pressure increases with increase in depth and decreases with decrease in depth. Now third beaker, here also the jets of water coming out of these three holes cover different unequal distance from the beaker. The jet coming out of first hole, which is at lowest depth, covers lowest distance. Then jet of water coming out of second hole at greater depth covers greater distance from the beaker. And jet of water coming out of the third hole, which is at the greatest depth, covers highest largest distance. So here also same property of liquid pressure is shown, that is pressure of liquid increases with increase in depth and decreases with decrease in depth. More property of liquid pressure is shown here. In spite of the fact that these three containers or beakers have different shapes and sizes, but liquid pressure at a given height is same. You can see that these holes in all three beakers are at the same height. So liquid pressure at the same height is same in spite of the fact that these containers have different shapes and sizes, because we studied that liquid pressure is same at a given height, which is independent of the shape and size of the container. But one thing which is very important, you have to keep the level of water same in all the beakers. So level of water in all the beakers is same. In that condition, at a given height, liquid pressure is same in spite of the fact that they have different shapes and sizes. Worksheet 6.3 intermediate. Give one example from daily life showing the action of each of these kinds of forces. So you have to give one example from your day-to-day life in which you experience or observe following forces. Gravitational force, falling of an apple from a tree. Muscular force, hitting a ball with a bat. Magnetic force, attracting iron nails with a magnet. Frictional force, stopping of a rolling ball by the frictional force of ground. Electrostatic force, attracting bits of paper by a comb after rubbing that comb on dry hair. Now define the following terms. First, frictional force. Frictional force is a kind of contact force which comes into play when two objects are in direct contact with each other and one is moved over another. Then there is an opposing force acting between the two which opposes the motion of moving object. Weight. Weight is the gravitational force on the object by earth. Third, non-contact force is a kind of force which is acted when two objects are not in direct contact with each other, they are at a distance apart. Resultant force. Resultant force or net force is the combination of two or more forces acting on an object. U-tube manometer is an instrument used to measure liquid pressure. Pressure is the force acting on an unit area of the object. This is all for today. You have to complete all these exercises in your notebook and workbook. Thank you. Have a nice day.